Welcome to Home Brew Wednesday 17. So the plan for tonight is to post-prep for bottling my 1 gallon batch of my dark ale. We've already washed the bottles out. We'll show you that here shortly. I'm going to star sand everything here in a few minutes. And after I star sand, I'm going to check the final gravity of the beer, taste the beer, bottle the beer, and that's about it. So, a shout out to my Norwegian home brewers, like the shirt. And of course we wouldn't be a Homebrew Wednesday without having a homebrew. Now we have to test my theory that if I do a single pour, I'll be clear for the entire pour. So I know when I pour more than once with this type of bottle, it mixes everything up. And with this batch anyway, that's not my preference. I'd rather have it clear. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Wow. That one's really foam and carbonated, huh? Just not going to get as much in as I want. Oh well. Bigger glass next time. Either that or I just have to swirl it all up and drink it. Shoot. Well, what can you say? Happy Homebrew Wednesday. So, we're doing the preparation for moving my beer from my fermentation carboy to the bottles. So a gallon is less than 4 liters, so I've got here 8 bottles, which would be more than enough. I've taken the little rubber seals off of the bottles and put them in one of my buckets here. Next thing I'm going to do is fill it up with hot water, add some soap to it, and then let them sit in the hot soapy water for about an hour or so. Part of my preparation cleaning. Okay, you can see the water here is between 135 and 140 degrees, full hot. Got my bucket of bottles and hot soapy water. I'm going to go ahead and submerge the bottles next and just let them sit in hot soapy water for about an hour, and we'll move from there. For those that haven't used a star sand bottle like this before, if you want to get a 1/4 ounce or a 1/2 ounce of star sand in here, you loosen this up so the air can come through. Then you just squeeze the bottle, the star sand will come up in here to your level, and then let the air displace, and the remaining portion of your star sand will be here, and you'll have your measurement on here. I got 2.5 gallons of warm water in here, which equals about a 1/2 ounce of star sand. Pour it in. Put it back up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and soak my bottles in star sand, my siphon in star sand, my lid, my rubber gaskets again in star sand, and then once I've done that, I will figure out where I'm going to do my workspace to siphon my beer from the gallon to the bottles. Oh, I got a 8-pack of Moonshof German beer variety pack, and this is perfect for me to put upside down and air out, dry out my bottles after I washed them last night. Perfect size, because 8 500 milliliter bottles is more than enough for a gallon of beer. So now we just take off the watch. Don't need the star sand my watch. Submerge the bottles. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and come back when I'm done. Okay, I'm going to test the carbonation in the bottles. So I've made out a sheet that represents the bottles I have here. The test one, this will have 0. This will have 1 Cooper's drop. This will have 1 Cooper's drop. This one will have 2 Cooper's drops. And that finishes up the Coopers. Then I've got the from the German store, so this will be the test one with 0. This will have 1, and the next two will have 2. They recommend 2 drops for a 500 milliliter bottle. I'm not going to go with 3 because, you know, if this is a high alcohol beer, then I don't need any more alcohol. Okay, so I've got my test bottles up. I got them charted. All right, so be back in a bit. Ready to have fun? All right. Now, the idea is to try and get some of the beer into my tube so I can do the final gravity. Now, since this is full of carbon dioxide, which is heavier than regular air, I shouldn't have to worry about anything getting in there if I'm just gentle with the whole process. In theory. Okay, stopper came out pretty easily. Okay, so far so good. Now, to gently put this in without disturbing the tube, any more than I have to. Now, what I found the hard part before is I got to push this button down in order for this to work. I almost need 2 people to do this. Because you need to hold this down and pump at the same time. Like that. And we have a flow. Almost. Really need to have 2 sets of hands. I think I have enough in there for the hygrometer. This is going to take some space. Let's see. Oops. Nope. I need more in there. That should be enough for me to get a reading. I will then put this in a bottle. I'm careful not. Shit. Alright. Let's go overflow a little bit. That's bound to happen. Okay. Uh-huh. So I got 1030. I'll do the math, put that down below. But that, not fully attenuated, I would say. So, what I'm actually going to do, this is probably the worst part, it's probably the sludgiest part, because it's from the bottom. I'm going to see how it tastes so I get an idea of what I'm dealing with here. Kind of thick. I don't know. Let's see, after 2 weeks of priming and cooling. I think we got a flow. Really slow though. There we go. Purge the line of the air. Alright, now that the line is flowing, I'm going to stop it and I'll be back when I'm finished doing this. Okay, so lessons learned. Well, so one, attenuation is 61%. So saying my alcohol by volume is about 6.56%. So I think with a big batch like that, if I have it like that again next time, I'm going to go ahead and shake up the fermentation bottle every couple days to help it attenuate further. What else? So the first stuff that came out of the bottle was really muddy because it's from the bottom. And I used that to do the final gravity. Maybe that was a mistake too, because that would actually play a part in the hydrometer. So next time I'll wait until the last part of the draw, because I didn't have enough for a bottle, so I put it in my glass. And this is pretty clear. So this would probably give me a much more accurate reading on in the hydrometer, but I don't have enough, I think, to fill the hydrometer. So we'll go with 6.5%. We'll see. I think because there's probably still some sugars in there. Although it doesn't, it's not sweet. And it's got that Nude flavor a little bit. So I think what I'll do with the bottles, those 4 bottles that I got, 1 gallon batch, I end up with 4 bottles. Even if I would have filled up a little bit more water after the fermentation, maybe I could have gotten, I could have gotten 5 bottles out of it. But that's a lot of work. So we're talking, I'm probably doing an hour and a half of work per bottle. So if you're going to do a 1 gallon batch, be prepared to do a lot of work for very little result. So keep that in mind. Although I am going to do this again this weekend with a new batch. So there you have it. Happy Home Brew Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Share, enjoy, learn from mistakes and stuff like that. We'll see how this stuff tastes in 2 weeks.